Howdy, folks. How y'all doing? We're coming live from the interwebs here. Just setting stuff up. Hang on to your britches. We're about to do show 14. There we go. Can we get you framed up, Mr. Kennedy?
You want it up here, it's too dusty, right?
What's that?
Too dusty?
Oh, that's fine. Let me do this.
The tablet? Or are you displaying?
Wow. Never works. There we go. Check mic. Testy 1 2 3. Testy 1 2 3. Looks like it's all good there. Excellent. Awesome. So again, you just second to your laptop.
No, you can leave it.
So let's play one more Aerosmith song.
I think I played them all already.
Only two of them, right?
Yeah, there's only 2 or 3. Don't worry, we'll play something good next.
I'm gonna make it a last set, and we'll hop on here. Oh, this is one of my stupid old songs from the 60s. Oh, that's cool. This is Joe Smith. Yep, it is good. So we'll go live after this.
You're like, I hate it. Wait, I like it.
Welcome to the entertainment industry. I fucking hate this thing, but I like it now. Fuck you. You fucking asshole. Oh, that's awesome. So how personal I think we should get on the air today.
Personal?
Yeah. Should we talk about the stuff on Reddit? Should we talk about the problems with the clubs?
Oh. There's a new exec in town on Control A.
Yeah. So maybe we should,
Amy's out.
we should out
Like, she's not in the exec list team anymore. It's like Asher. I've never met him. He's like the new president.
I have a lunch with him.
And that Rose guy who helped out last year at the EMC is vice president again.
You like him?
He was very friendly with the EMC last year. Do you want?
Just leave my, just leave phone line, please.
Unhook it?
Yep. Yeah. Just leave the phone line, my friend. Okay. This one is a better fax machine. Anyways. There we go. So we'll work on that. Alright, so let's get a better chair for yours truly. How to air?
Minute and 15 seconds.
Yes, this one.
We just advertised 2:15 is our start time. Do we have to wait? We have to set up after he's done.
Well,
He's not gonna be done
the
until
thing
noon.
is, I'm dragging my feet today. Like, I'd have all this stuff locked in. Yeah, we're on the air. Okay. Give me. You get a little more ballroom there.
25 seconds.
Awesome. There we go. Have a good show, my friend.
You too. 10. 5. 3, 2, 1. And we're live.
Are we live?
Yes, we are.
Yay! Howdy, folks. How y'all doing? I guess today it must be Tuesday, and according to the clock, it has to be about 12:15. And we're coming to you live from the actual airwaves at CKMS Sound FM on the 100.3 FM dial. My name is Reese Steppen, and I am the super mega superstar of a radio show called The Comic Book Guys. And of course, keeping us out of trouble is our host, the one, the only, the magnificent Mr. Kennedy. And today, unfortunately, Farley is MIA, missing in action. He's at home sleeping. Because he's working also vigilant at his real job, which one day hopefully this will become his real job. And, he's just basically the day off, which is totally fantastic. But however,
he's probably actually dreaming about being a live radio host right now, but it's actually his reality when he wakes up.
Inception all over again.
Yeah.
We're going to have a dream, then a dream, then a dream.
Yeah.
Every dream second lasts for 1.5 milliseconds. But you can live in eternity.
Yep.
But anyways, to let you know, we're broadcasting live from CKMS. Sound FM, 100.3 dial, and also on top of that, we come to you from very many other social networking as well. Plus, on top of that, we're also broadcasting you live from the actual Rogers box, which is 946 on the dial. So if you want to check us out there, you can do as such, but only within the Waterloo region, because if you're in Toronto, you're simply missing out, which is unfortunate for you guys. But however, to push forward, because that's what we do around here. Plus, on top of that, if you want to catch us on Ustream, you can do as such at ustream.tv/channel/Recepit, and that's spelled RCEHOPPE. Plus, if you want to get super interactive with us, you can do as such by hopping on my Facebook wall, which is basically www.facebook.com/Recepit, and that is spelled RCEHOPPE. Plus, on top of it, if you want to swing on over our Twitter feed, you can do as such at Mr. Kennedy at Ryan_Kennedy at twitter.com.
Yep.
And if we like your tweets, we may read them on the air.
Right.
And if we don't, we will politely ignore you at all costs. So anyways, as you can tell, we are the Comic Book Guys. We talk about all things fun and geeky within the region of Waterloo and beyond. And today on the show, we have a fantastic cosplayer. Basically, his name is known as Ninja with a Soul Patch. And I don't know, Mr. Kennedy, this guy was an extreme pain in the butt to get on the air. We had to hunt him all the way down to Tibet and back again. But thank goodness our GPS trackers are online, and on top of it, we launched the Leviathan of the special detectives to comb the planet to find this little SOB. But however, folks,
very elusive.
Very elusive.
Yes.
And but however, folks, please keep in mind, he'll be on the show today. That's right, exclusively, only on the Comic Book Guys working title, at exactly 1:30-ish on the Toronto time clock. So, if you're listening, tune on in for that. And as I said before, we are the Comic Book Guys. We cover all things geeky and fun and everything else like that. And we have so much to talk about today. I'm hoping we can jam-pack this all in the next 1 hour and 40 minutes of your time. And also on top of that, we would like to sincerely thank you for you joining us once again. And all those people who don't quite know, we only broadcast on Tuesdays through Sound FM from 12 until noon. And from 12 until noon, and maybe sometimes at 2 o'clock, depending on how busy we are. And thank you very much for joining us, and hopefully you can see us every week. So, Mr. Kennedy, what should we talk about first?
That's right. This is our second show of the new year, and last week we were on. It was blazing cold. It was -15, and it's actually pretty mild out right now. It's actually 3 degrees.
I'm in the backyard
So it's,
with the tent.
Yeah, it's
my hot
very
tub.
weird weather around here.
Well, it's because we're in a warm pocket right now, to be honest with you. Plus, on top of it, we're going, oh, it's global warming. Well, here's what I honestly believe. When the actual axis of the planets shift, you're going to have different dynamics coming up. And that's sort of what we got looking at here overall. So I think because of that, there's also a shift in the planet, alignment. Plus, if I'm not mistaken, we're sort of like halfway in the actual galaxy now, because the galaxy itself turns around. I mean, the universe turns around and stuff like that. So, whole bunch of interesting energy things coming down the pipes, of course. And don't forget, if you're following our little friends called the Mayans, they made this calendar back 45,000 billion years ago, basically depicting the planet itself will end itself on, 2000.
December 2012,
That's
some
right.
day, and then I don't know.
I think it's 2 days before my brother's birthday.
Oh.
So the way I look at it, this is the end of the world, my friend. Allow us to enjoy every minute of it, and not be hurt along the way. Sound good?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Enjoy life every minute you got.
That's right, but don't
You
go
never know.
overboard, folks, or basically may impact other people's fun, and that'd be pretty poor, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
I think what we need eventually to get is a roulette board or something with all the different topics we can talk about, and just spin it, and whatever it lands on, we start talking about. We're always up in the
that would be
air.
awesome.
A little roulette board.
Well, you know, it's funny because as the show continues on, we're going to need to have more stuff like that because obviously we're the bestest radio show about geek culture within the region of Waterloo. That's why I look at it. Anyone wants to challenge us, we challenge you! Challenge you! But, however, that's right, bring it!
Bring it.
So, speaking of bringing it, so, it's Monday. Not Monday, it's Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Goodness
Toonie
gracious.
Tuesday.
That's right, Tuesday. And, I guess it was a Raw last night.
Yes, we are. We get a lovely chance to talk about the Raw aftermath that happened. Did you get a chance to watch that all last night?
I caught a bit of it. Unfortunately, I'm working on this convention thing that's eating a lot of my time up. So it's like, got home, watched it, put my notebook on my tummy, let the warmness fill my actual body, and I kind of fell asleep.
That's alright, because something in the show funked up the place. I don't know if
I
you mean
saw
what
that.
I got
Oh
to,
my gosh! I could really comment on that.
Yeah.
And the only thing I gotta do is gotta quote the Miz here. Really? This is it? This is what they're doing to the poor guy?
Now, did you ever get a chance to see him come out before this big debut?
Yeah.
So yeah, he was always a monster.
He was like,
no personality.
I'm going to eat all small babies.
Yeah. And he just like squashed everybody.
Yeah.
So this is an interesting change of pace for him, but
who brought this on? Like, the thing is, we're talking about what's his name? It's Clay.
Brodus Clay.
Brodus Clay, thank you. We were talking about Brodus Clay on and off for the last little while here. We're putting up, posters around town. Have you seen Brodus Clay? And we're offering an award and stuff like that. No one's seen him. And the thing is that all the actual dirt sheets and all the other internet shows, all the other shows are talking about it and stuff like that. And he makes his debut, and it's like, what? So, are we still in the PG era of the WWE,
yes,
or what?
We are.
That's unfortunate.
As much as in denial you might be, yes, we are still in the PG era, and at least it shows that he does have personality, that he can, act out. I mean, Corey was just, one-dimensional, just, kill, squash. But
well, what's wrong with that? I like that.
Yeah.
Look at Kane.
Kane's currently doing that though. That he's the monster, and so was Mark Henry at a time that he was, an unstoppable monster, and Brodus Clay was being pushed up to be a equivalent monster like
the
that.
Next Junior.
Yeah.
So, you ever remember a wrestler called The Godfather or something like that?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, so do you think this is like The Godfather version 2.0?
It might be. He had two ladies with him.
Yeah, I saw that.
Apparently he was using a former WCW/WWE's character's music, which was Ernest the Cat Miller. I don't know if you remember.
Oh my god, you caught that?
Well, apparently sources are saying that was his original music. Like WWE, of course, owns all the backtracks and all this, throughout because they own it. They put it together, and apparently they were just reusing that music. And if you remember Ernest the Cat Miller, he was kind of a dancing funk guy too. So maybe they're just trying to bring that character back, but with someone new.
Folks at home, if you can, let's play a little game. Count how many times we use the word funk.
His new nickname is the Funkasaurus. So you better get used to that.
Are you kidding me? You gotta be kidding me.
Although he might be featured Endeavor next week, you never know. So.
Oh my god! The thing is that I could see what WWE talent is doing, like such as if you take this super intense guy, make him an unstoppable monster, make him eat babies, the whole 9 yards. The question is, where does the character go from there? You know what I mean? And on top of that, we already have like one monster that's a heel, one monster is a face, slowly coming to the dark side. But however, the bottom line is that you have two large monsters, and the thing is that for a third large monster, especially being a heel, I personally think that they may have some problems selling that. But it all depends on how they actually make it work. You know what I mean? Because for a monster like that to work, it needs to go over, it needs to lose the right time, and stuff like that type of thing. And basically flipping him to a face, now that's interesting. You know what I mean? Because obviously he's a face, especially the chicks coming out, calling him fucking Dunkaroosaurus or what it is. So it's like, okay.
You said Funkin', right?
Funkin'.
That's right.
Funkinsaurus, the whole 9 yards. So the thing is that from all of that, it's like I don't know where John Laurinaitis WWE is actually really coming from all this. It's like my goodness. It's like this is just this reeks of Funkasaurus droppings all over the place. Like oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm surprised that they don't have any air like any windows within the in the actual stadium to actually let all the funk out. You know what I mean? So it's like my god, really? And on top of that, they put him in a red costume. That's like you got to be kidding me because when you start shooting video, a lot of people don't know this is that the one primary color that really screws up video is red, and a lot of it. And things that Raw has that and stuff like that. But when you have like too much red, it actually starts breaking some of the actual, as far as I can tell, that's some of the actual sending. So it's like, wow, what are they doing to this guy? But I don't know. Maybe I'm too old. Maybe I'm expecting too much, like intelligence and script and stuff like that. So what is the inner geek inside of you, Ryan? Think of this whole
Well, the
scenario?
thing is, he's not much of a technical wrestler. He's just gonna be squashing people, so I don't know what they'll be doing next with him. It got him and Kurt Hawkins on Raw, which you never see. Those two guys you haven't seen Rose Clay at all for the last 2 months, even though he was a second runner-up at NXT, so technically he shouldn't even be on the roster, but he was Alberto Del Rio's kind of like bodyguard for a time.
Really?
You remember that? And then he just got uh, hurt, and then he just started squashing people in dark matches. But here he is back, his big debut. So we'll see if we'll see if it takes another 2 months for him to reappear and see what he changes into next. So we'll see if they keep bringing him back every week.
Maybe they can put him in a giant purple dinosaur suit and send him out to the kiddies. This is the PG era. Oh my god. I don't know. I'm just really beside myself. It's like really. So anyways, I sort of fell asleep right when CM Punk was going to win. Have the win. So what happened after that, man?
I thought the whole Zack Ryder running away with Eve from Kane was kind of corny because they ran in the car, right? Like Eve was gonna have a match, which didn't happen.
I'm talking about CM Punk.
CM Punk
and Dolph Ziggler.
Oh,
not Ziggler. Sorry.
CM Punk fought Jack
Swagger. Jack Swagger.
And that was actually not too sure if that was a blunder or what happened, but after CM Punk did the elbow drop off the top rope, he went for the 3 count, and Jack Swagger actually got his one shoulder up off the mat just before the 3 count, but the ref still called it as a 3 count. So that's a little controversial. What might have happened there.
That's never happened in WWE. Ever.
I thought for a slight second I saw CM Punk try to hold down Swagger and kind of say, stay down, So it might have been just a blunder, but also could be building towards why John Laurinaitis is going to be the special guest referee of CM Punk versus Dolph Ziggler's match at the Royal Rumble. So I wasn't sure, what they were trying to do with that.
Oh, you know what? I could probably see that as well. Because again, they're really pushing John Laurinaitis the whole night there. It's a more active role. My personal opinion, again, as I said before, it's really it's Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Vince McMahon with a 90 coolness version 2.0 as far as I'm concerned. So it's like, oh my goodness, you gotta be kidding me. So it's like, really? Wow, that's just a whole bunch of unfortunateness altogether. But however, I had this dream that the woo 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 king himself is being chased down by monsters. So what happened in those
that part I thought, like I was saying just earlier, I thought that was corny because for like 2 or 3 segments, which was like between two or three matches, here he is trying to change a tire on his rental car just to leave the arena with Eve to get away from Kane. I thought that was kind of corny.
You can say stupid.
It was
stupid or corny?
It was corny.
It was corny? Alright.
Just because he was like, stay in the car, Eve, and Eve's like screaming, hurry up, Zack, and he's like, I'm trying, as I'm going as fast as I can, trying to change this flat tire, which obviously I'm
Kane. Whoa, there's a flat tire?
On his rental car. Basically.
Oh my god, and was it like in the middle of the desert or something
Let me start from the beginning.
Right,
Eve was supposed to have a match.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be for like a number 1 contenders match for the Divas Championship.
Right.
But when she was waiting for her opponent to come out, Kane's music hit. So that freaked her out. So Zack ran down and grabbed her by the hand, and since they're all lovely-dovely lately, he was like, I'll save you. And he's like, and they run out outside the arena to his rental car, but lo and behold, his back tire's flat. I wonder who did that.
Okay,
So,
just a question. So this isn't the auditorium still?
no,
On
they
the- on
left.
the
They
ground?
left the arena. They're
Oh,
now outside
they're outside. Okay, okay.
to his rental car, where they, I guess, want to escape Kane because his
So-
music played. So it's like, oh no, he's coming to get us.
So question for you.
Yeah.
So are they still on the arena grounds or like
They're in like the parking lot area of where like he parked his
so they're
rental
still
car.
on the grounds and okay, I got it.
Yeah, but they're outside the arena itself.
Alright.
So here he is. He's like, oh darn, here I gotta change. So he's like, stay in the car, Abe. I'm gonna lock the doors.
Stay in the car!
And, he's just like, hurry up, Zach.
Stay in
It's
the car!
just how long it was like, oh come on, we don't need to see Zack Ryder, change a tire, right? That's not entertainment, So I was like,
well,
oh,
it can be because with the PA, they got it to rated PG era.
yeah. So I guess he was so in shock that it was like trying to. Yeah, it was a very corny Raw. So here he is trying to change it, and eventually, of course, here comes Kane, and then he beats him up, and he throws him.
How badly?
Well, he throws him off the edge there onto a bunch of skids.
Oh, that's
and I saw a bounce, so obviously it was a bat or something.
Here's a side note. You remember when Paul White, aka The Big Show, basically tipped that car over?
Tipped the car over.
Yeah. Yeah, well, what happened was he was actually scrapping with someone, and there was this one car that goes, and pushes it over on its side and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Remember seeing that?
That was a while ago,
yeah. If you take a really good look at it, you can actually see the side he's pushing on. All the tires are off. If you look close enough, you can see the whole thing's gutted. So it's very, very funny. Sorry, I interrupted.
Yeah.
So
it's funny.
The big red machine comes out and beats the schnout of woo man.
Yeah. So he chokeslams him off an area there, like a loading truck area, onto skids.
Oh,
and I saw a bounce there, so I was like, you can't bounce off of wood. So,
well, yeah, you can. Where do you think roaches come from?
Powerful of a choke slam. And then basically, here comes John Cena, Superman, to save the day. And he fights him for a bit, and now, but Kane kind of gets.
Did Kane choke him out by just putting his glove over his mouth and his nose?
Choked him out, and that was basically the end of Raw, which was like, kind of lackluster.
Wait. That's the end of Raw?
That's when the nice little copyright logo comes up, and we're done.
Awesome. So how was the before I was falling asleep? We were talking about Y2J coming out and stuff like that.
Yes.
So how did that turn out? Can you give us an overview of that?
Jericho came back.
Yeah.
Basically did the whole, light bright jacket entrance again.
I love that jacket.
Which was
I want
cool.
4 of them.
It was
one
neat.
for each leg in my arms.
And, he did the whole get the crowd pumped up thing again.
Yeah.
But then when he did take the mic, he was about to say something like he did last week, but apparently he was breaking into tears. Now,
really?
I didn't see any actual tears, but he was like, like about to cry, like he was too choked up kind of thing. So he kept that going and just left the ring, went up the entrance ramp and left.
One of these days he's going to say something, and when he does, we'll be waiting with bated breath for Y2J to talk to his fans in the WWE. When that day comes, it will be a marvelous, glorious day for all of our fans.
The interesting thing that I noted is when Jericho gloats, he usually mentions when he beat Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock in the same night to become the undisputed heavyweight champion.
First time!
And he had, the first undisputed champion.
Hold on. The first ever!
So he got the ring announcer to say that. And then Jericho usually mentions this when he's, being cocky and, trying to say, when he's usually a heel, he'll say that.
You know what? I'm beginning to smell, to sort of catch you up, but I'm beginning to smell the fromage of Christian. What did they have? They turned into like a whiny little female dog. And they're like, that was just the opposite with Y2J here.
In the past, Chris Jericho, like when he was in WCW, he did the whole crybaby gimmick where he would, throw a temper tantrum and just go.
You know what? That's the first time I actually saw Y2J. I believe it was at WCW. And he was actually doing a match. He's over the official, and the official kind of screwed up the count or something like that. And he completely snapped and just beat the living tar out of the referee. Exactly. Just viciously destroyed this SOB. And I'm going, who is this guy? And the next week, Vince goes in and goes, my name is Chris Jericho, and I just really want to apologize to all the referees here at WCW. I just really snapped, and I didn't mean to do anything like that. And I usually have a good proposal, so I'm really, really sorry, and I'll try to never, ever do that again. It's like, okay. And then all of a sudden, he has a match. He snaps again, and the next week he's still fucking going, I don't know what's wrong with me, I'm gonna seek therapy, blah, blah, blah. It's like, this guy's funny. And then, of course, I stopped wrestling, so I was going to school at that point in time. And then a little while later, he's going to WWE.
Yeah, did the big entrance there, the Y2J thing.
Yeah, and of course, The Rock shut him down as soon as he got up, which I thought was very funny.
All right, and so probably one of the interesting things that happened on Raw last night was the new WWE Hall of Fame inductions.
I heard about
happening.
that.
So, were you able to catch any of them?
Nope, but the thing is, I heard a little bit about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, as an example, I heard that Edge is going to be inducted.
Yes.
Into the Hall of Fame.
Which I feel is too soon, because I still would love to see WrestleMania come to Toronto and do a huge Canadian Canadian Hall of Fame induction ceremony with a bunch of Canadians.
You know what? Maybe
should
they
be
put
in
it in Niagara Falls where the WWE ride was. That'd be funny.
The pile driver ride is still there, apparently.
Yeah, with all the stuff ripped out. It's like an empty shell of what it used to be.
All the handprints and stuff are gone, unfortunately.
Yeah, and you can see the WWE logo like burnt into the side of the building due to all the actual pollution and weather and stuff like that. Quite the funny scene. And of course, Mr. Kenny and I would kind of check out, try to peek your head in, but of course security caught us and But however, but the bottom line is that as far as I can tell, Edge is going to be inducted to the Hall of Fame.
I don't know.
The WWE Hall of Fame like that, not the Hall of Fame itself. The Four Horsemen all seem to be inducted to the Hall of Fame.
Yes. Now I thought that was interesting because it's not just one extra person. It's actually going to be four, like all the Horsemen.
Yeah. So we got the Ric Flair there. How's it going to work out with his TNA contract?
I wasn't sure what they meant by Ric Flair because he's already been inducted.
Has he really?
He already has his Hall of Fame ring, so I'm not sure what
Maybe we get the secondary one. Want one?
I'm good for now.
All right.
You want to promote that brand?
No, not really. They haven't paid the check yet, so no.
But I think Arn Anderson does deserve to be in it.
Oh yeah. So do you think you're gonna bring Chris Benoit back to the Four Horsemen?
No. He was part of the newer Four Horsemen anyways, and I'm pretty sure he'll never be inducted into the Hall of Fame because he just kind of threw it all away from what he did. So
yeah. No, I think it. No, it's gonna be very interesting from this point, if you ask me, just because it's sort of like Vince McMahon is retiring the whole terminology of horsemen. You know what I mean? So like the Four Horsemen is only WWE now, so they can't travel, they can't join up, or anything else like that. But of course, that was made perfect there for TNA when they were like, what the heck did they do there? When we're talking about what was it?
Well, just to let you know from last year's WWE Hall of Fame, when Shawn Michaels was inducted, Ric Flair was there. He didn't go on stage and he wasn't on camera at all, but he was there. So it'd be interesting to see if Ric Flair actually gets some camera light. And I'm pretty sure TNA themselves would be fine with it because when Mick Foley wanted to come when The Rock first came back to live television on Raw, Mick Foley was like, hey, he was still under contract with TNA. He was like, hey, I want to do something for The Rock. Probably another, Rock This Is Your Life thing, which is, never ends up really that great.
That ended up fantastic for John Cena.
But TNA gave permission to Mick Foley to say, hey, go for it. We'll allow you to go to WWE for one night only and do that.
Didn't Mick Foley's contract run out?
This was before.
Oh, okay.
This is before he let it run out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, obviously now we know Mick Foley's back. He let his TNA contract expire, and now he's back. I'm guessing a WWE Legends contract with the WWE, and he can do guest appearances whenever they call upon him. But back when he was still on contract and obligated to the terms and conditions of whatever the TNA contract has, which does not appear on their rival television wrestling television show. TNA gave permission to Mick Foley, a one-time exception, to say, hey, we know this is a big deal to you. We know you're best friends with The Rock, and you want to, welcome him back to WWE television and all that stuff. And they said it's cool with it, but WWE was like, nah, we're good. So we're good.
Oh goodness.
So I could see the same thing happening with Ric Flair, saying, hey, we're good with that. If you're good with it, then we are.
We're good with it. It works all in. Not a problem. It's all happy. So how's stuff? Speaking of TNA, which I haven't been following at all. How's that? How's that aspect?
Well, like I've been saying in previous weeks, they do treat their women's division awesome.
Yay!
Like we didn't even see a women's match last night on Raw. Like I said, Eve came out and was going to have a number one contenders match, but
interrupted by the big red
Kane
machine.
Now 2 weeks ago on TNA, a women's the Knockouts Championship match was actually the main event, and it was a really great match to end the show. It was.
You know what? Base recommendation: if you're a wrestling fan and you see Mr. Kennedy here really pushing it, it's worth your time, folks.
It was Mickie James versus Gail Kim for the Knockouts Championship, and then they had.
You know what? She's always been my favorite female wrestler.
Yeah.
It's really weird when they really pushed her on the whole WWE/WWF that aspect. This is gonna be really exciting. She came out, did her stuff, and all of a sudden, boom, gone. And all of a sudden, ding, she's on TNA, and ping, back to WWE, and ding, back over to TNA again. It's like, wow.
It's clear that from anyone's perspective, the Divas don't get a chance. People have been saying Beth Phoenix is the best women's wrestler out there right now, but she never gets a chance. You never get to see her. You never get to have her. You never get to see her have a full match with any.
Kong is the best female wrestler ever.
Well, we hope to see that one day when Awesome Kong or Karma, she's now known in the WWE, makes her return. I hope to see a match between her and Beth Phoenix. So
she will eat her alive. Like if I was doing the whole Awesome Kong / Karma angle, I would give her a plastic lobster bib and just say, just go, my dear. Do what's natural. And just watch her devour everybody. And it just sort of pick up where China left off. Kind of oh look, there's men.
Well, actually, Beth Phoenix has been kind of doing the thing too, because she's the only other woman to be in the Royal Rumble. China was in the Royal Rumble, and Beth Phoenix was in the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, but the thing with Beth Phoenix, everyone knows behind the magical green curtain of Wizard of Ozness of Vince McMahon, is that Beth and Punk are a couple.
Yes, they are.
So it's sort of like, hi, we're now a power couple. Ha 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 ha. And it's like, in my personal opinion, again, my personal opinion, this makes Awesome Kong / Karma look that much more better because she doesn't have a WWE champion sort of pulling the strings behind the curtain. You know what I mean?
Well, what I just chalk up the things is right now, the women in WWE don't get a chance, but the women in TNA are flourishing in a way because they have a Knockouts Championship and a Knockouts Tag Team Championship.
Yeah, they have a female tag team division. Like, my goodness. Wow. Also, speaking of tag team, did you watch SmackDown last Thursday?
Yes, I did.
Awesome. I'm not quite sure if you know this or not, but I think that our constant gremlins are finally being broadcast to the WWE talent people.
How so?
Because it looks like, if you look closely enough, that there seems to be tag teams popping up. They work like tag teams, they dress like tag teams, they operate as tag teams, and they have 2 guys and 1 woman tag team. And I'm kind of going, wow! It looks like they're slowly starting to bring that back in again.
I'm assuming you're talking about Epico and Primo?
There's a couple of other people joining up as well. So it's like this is actually starting to look at tag team division again. But of course, my definition of division of WWE is sort of like 2 tag teams. So it's like
the problem is for the last 2 or 3 months we haven't seen the tag team titles get defended, and one of the problems because of that is actually Evan Bourne. First of all, he got suspended because of
the truth,
the substance abuse, and right now he's kind of in the doghouse right now because of him going off on social medias and saying wasn't that bad of what he did and stuff like that. Basically, if you speak bad about anything WWE on the internet, you're in the doghouse because you're not supposed to be there.
It almost sounds like a couple of clubs around town, doesn't it?
So Haven't seen much of
the
Evan Bourne
internet
lately,
slurs
unfortunately.
you get from this. I hate you. Ah! But anyways. So yeah, so he's in the doghouse, blah blah.
Yeah.
But you know what? He's a charmer. He's a
Sure.
baby face. I'll figure some way to get around it. Hopefully. Or we might see him on TNA shortly. I can see Evan Bourne kind of going, you know what? I'm done with this stuff. I'm going over to TNA. See ya!
I thought originally when they brought Evan Bourne in, he was going to be the WWE equivalent to AJ Styles from TNA because they kind of.
You know what? I can see that. Yeah.
Kind of look similar and.
Yeah. I got a stupid haircut that cost me $25. You know, the same frame and stuff like that. But AJ Styles is AJ Styles.
Yes.
Things is that often duplicated but never copied. If you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a little American dream there for you. So, but however, yeah. So what's happening with AJ Styles? He's still upset with the whole TNA talent stuff, or what?
Right now he's just been kind of feuding with Bobby Roode in TNA over the TNA Heavyweight Championship.
Okay. So it looks like they reciprocated some sort of deal to keep AJ Styles in TNA.
Oh yeah, they're keeping him. I mean, he's a phenomenal athlete. What he does, he's one of the best ring performers they got. So yeah just.
So I remember a couple months ago, it was actually really fuming. Like, this is not. I believe that this is, it's not fake. It's actually really upset with the TNA guys and saying they go leave. So obviously they
No, he was one of the TNA originals, and he might, end his career in TNA. You never know. Kurt Angle has gone on record saying he wishes to end his career in TNA and doesn't plan to go back to WWE. So
wow. Well, never say never. Bring on the pain. And the Brock Lesnar returns.
Yeah, well, right now Brock Lesnar, like we were talking about last week, he's still on contract.
The 350-pound I'm missing a butt gearbox.
Well, I'm not sure.
Not a fan. Not a fan. Sorry, keep going. Sorry.
Not sure how many fights he had left on that contract, but he's officially, went out.
He's done.
After he lost the last match, he basically said, "I'm done."
That's it.
So
I tap. Tapping.
I don't think he tapped in his last match. He got a TKO. So.
Yeah, pretty much like, as he picks up his teeth with his broken finger toes. Oh my goodness. So anyways, we've managed to swallow some time away, a whole half an hour and 5 minutes on this. Let's play a couple of tunes, and let's give us all a little bit of a break here. Is that cool with you, Mr. Kennedy?
Oh yeah.
Awesome sauce. So we'll pick some tunes up, folks, and we'd like to thank once again for watching us on the actual Ustream here. And also, of course, listen to us on CKMF Sound FM. Hit us. Oh, I screwed that one up. CKMF. Awesome. That's okay. No one's really listening.
No redos here, folks.
No redos, no live. Oh, I put the sign around. Oh, that's what I got. So, who's calling you? Tell him to go away.
Hold on. Hello? I'm doing the radio. You listening?
Listen to us.
I figured you called me because we just took a short break, so I was thinking you'd be
timing is odd.
You can go to soundfm.ca and try that. Or if you wanna watch a video of us, then you can. The link is kind of long, but it's like the letter U, stream.com.
No, .tv.
.tv/channel/ But the quickest way is 100.3 FM. Yeah, we're just on a small commercial break, so.
There's a break, it's not a commercial break. I'm gonna make some money.
We'll talk after. Okay? Right later. Yeah, but it was.
Who just called, man?
It was Tony.
Tony
the Tiger.
I know Tony.
Do you know Tony?
Yeah, I know Tony.
Tony Montana.
Tony Montana, man. Look at me, you cockroach. Don't call into the fucking show, eh? I can slack if it's on the air, Munchard. So, you want a piece of me, do you? Oh man, I'll give you a piece. A whole giant piece! Alright, so how's your movie stuff? Any movies recently? You all the stuff about working for the AMC?
I don't know if you have anything you want to talk about movies, you can go for it.
I got maybe 5 to 10 minutes.
For the anime section, we can talk about this. We can
Sure.
talk
Oh,
about
you know what?
AMC,
That's coming up on Sunday, so
Yeah.
we'll hit that with that segment as well.
and then Bandai. I wanted to talk about just
Bandai, perfect. Perfect.
this anime section right there.
Then we'll try to get some cosplay stuff. Especially with huge giant stages from Western and stuff like that. And also plug Ontario cosplay as well.
Okay.
Alright, so what's time to air?
A minute 30 seconds.
Awesome. Is this Def Lock?
Yeah.
Awesome
Song.
We are Def Lock.
So when I talk about the guests, I was hoping to maybe I could show it on here as I mention them or something.
How's the battery power on?
It's good.
That thing was chirping, by the way.
82%.
It was chirping, by the way. I don't know why it's actually chirping. Oh, are you familiar with that E Championship guys that put together another event?
Who?
The E Championship guys, Chris.
Oh. ESC.
Yeah. Posey
I don't know too much what's going on next with them. I'm hoping his next event is here.
Yeah. Unless you're getting old, no one in the heavy stuff is.
Heavy stuff?
Yeah. Is there any Anthrax on the actual like the song thing?
Anthrax? Like, is that a song name?
It's a band. It's called Anthrax. My favorite band I always go back to, regardless of how moody I am, is fucking Aerosmith and Anthrax. Those are my two favorites. Oh, wait, wait, I'm feeling the bridge coming on. Is that almost there?
I actually went into another song, so
Oh,
let's
that's
just
awesome.
3 more minutes. We'll take another break.
Well,
The thing is, with this media player, it does like fade in, fade out, then right to the next song without really much of a. It's like it
oh
continues
yeah,
to play.
something to add in there. New magazine called Solid Rope. Just came out recently.
Never heard of it, so
Something
let everyone know that.
I seen it the other day.
Oh.
Since we're live on air, I don't want to say too much about it.
Live at least on here.
Yeah, Joe kicked my butt up that one.
Joe.
Yeah. When you see it,
Okay.
yeah.
Sure.
So we just mentioned that briefly. What do you what's happening where?
All that DJ does.
This is such a hard contrast to what we play normal. It's such a hard contrast to what we play normal. It's like that soft, happy anime music.
chicks in the background, shit like that. It's like, it's the best.
I want your mother. What?
Actually, I'm gonna make a quick announcement about this song. When the song is done.
Down there.
1 minute, 25 seconds. Female changer.
Oh, he talked to us. Steve yet?
Not yet.
Alright.
Still on my agenda.
I do.
41 seconds.
Sweet. It's really bad. It's really weird. The guy that hears me the heavy metal, it's like a father now.
It's like a what?
It's a dad. Dad of
Dad?
Dad of two, shaved all their hair, grew with facial hair. He's got like the glasses that cost like maybe $5 per pair type of thing.
Oh.
Daniel. Well,
Woo! Ha
for those who,
Heavy metal!
for all those who enjoy the Death Clock music, those who are fans of Metal Apocalypse, season 4 is coming out soon to Adult Swim. So
Very,
look
very
forward to
soon. Get your DVRs ready.
that. Yeah.
Speaking of coming soon in movies and stuff like that, should we hit up our actual movie segment?
Go for it.
Awesome, awesome. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of news this particular week, unfortunately, because I'm so busy with a little show that's floating around called EMC, known as Mimicals Enemy Con. All of you want to check out, they can do so by dropping on by www.go2emc.ca. If you can see all the wonderful work that both Mr. Kennedy and myself are working on. And speaking of anime fun time stuff, if I'm not mistaken, good sir, I do believe there's actually some sort of fantastic animation piece coming out this weekend to your local theater. If I'm not mistaken, The Galaxy. Can you show our friends at home what's coming up?
So January 15th.
Cue graphic! Oh, almost there. Ta-da! January 15th, coming to the actual, we're Cineplex Galaxy Odeon Theater thingy. There we go. Thank you for scanning. Wonderful graphic, by the way.
Yep.
Yeah, it took us 6 hours to make that. That's a super JPEG, Microsoft / Android format. Yeah. So anyway, so basically, Full Metal Alchemist. What's the tagline behind it? Full Metal Alchemist.
Full Metal Alchemist, the sacred star of Milo.
Yeah.
Or Milos.
So that's coming out. We're very excited to watch it. We're hoping to hook up with some anime clubs around town, possibly Control A, possibly Ministry of Anime to come on out and join us for some actual fun, anime, happy, fun time fun. Plus, on top of that, you know what? I've got a great idea. Let's do a giveaway.
Awesome.
Are you up for that?
I am.
There you go. Show the thing one more time. So here's the deal, kid. A little closer. Graphic closer, please. No. Other light. Flip it. There we go. We need the graphic. Graphic.
Yeah.
Show the graphic! There we go, perfect. So basically, here's the deal. If you call us at CKMS, what's the phone number for Mr. Kennedy?
Do you actually have it in your notes?
I was hoping it would be in your notes. Oh boy, we always have tons of fun here at CKMS.
Twitter or Facebook right now?
Twitter it? Sure. You know what? Twitter us at Mr. Kennedy. No, sorry, Ryan_Kennedy at Twitter. And if let's say if you're the first person to Twitter us, you would win a single pass to see Full Metal Alchemist coming up this Sunday, which is January 15th. Yes? No, 10th. When is it?
15th.
15th. Yay! I was right the first time. So January 15th. And if you tweet us right away, we'll give it to you. We'll hook it all up and everything else like that. Plus, on top of that, you can join us for a sushi lunch if you like. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. Lots of fun. And we're hoping to get both the clubs from Wilfrid Laurier and the University of Waterloo on board with us as well. And just basically have a lot of fun with this whole anime stuff. So tons and tons of fun. So go on and Twitter us and basically we'll get this thing all up and hooking. If you don't have Twitter, you know what? You can Facebook me at Facebook.com/Recipit. That's spelled RCEHOPPE. Plus, on top of that, you know what? If you want to call, you can do as such. And here's how you can call us. Call us at 519-884-2567. If you give us a call to that, then that would be fantastic too. So basically, pick your poison, my friends, and basically step on up and win a full actual weekend. Not a weekend, a full movie pass. That'd be
one-time admission to Full Metal Alchemist, the Secret Star of Milos.
Yay, Marlos, whoever he is. So anyways, as mentioned before, we are the Comic Book Guys working title, and we're basically broadcasting on the CKMS 7FM 100.3 in the FM dial. Plus on top of that, you can join us on the website, which is basically 7fm.ca. Plus on top of that, if you want to catch the rock box, you can do a search at 946 on that title there, because it's a huge, huge number to say. It's like, oh my goodness, like the whole 946 on the rock box dial. You know what I mean? So on top of that, if you want to see us live on the interwebs, you can do a search by hopping on down by ustream.tv/channel/Receptive, and that's spelled RCEHOPPE. And on top, if you want to get all social interactive with us, you can do a search by two other avenues. You can contact us through Facebook.com/Receptive, that's spelled RCEHOPPE, or on Mr. Kennedy's Twitter, which is basically Ryan_.
That's right. So
There
we'll
you
be checking
go.
the tweets
Hooray.
and see if you're a winner.
Yeah, so basically tweet on in and we'll give you this wonderful, fantastic package we have here. And yeah, so with all that being said, I think we should talk more about movies. What do you think?
Well, just keeping on track with anime, have you heard what happened with Bandai Entertainment?
No, what happened?
Oh my. They are stopping production in North America of all their licensed anime. In terms of new licensing and production of new animes, such as Turn A Gundam, has been cancelled for the American release. They are going to continue production of the current animes and mangas they have licensed to, because they want to still make money here.
Yeah.
So things aren't going to go out of print. You don't have to go crazy in eBay and buy everything left.
eBay. Actually, you know what? Screw eBay. Go to one of our fantastic friends we have on the show called Far Out Flick, which is located on Queen Street, and they have a whole bunch of actual fantastic anime to choose from. Plus on top of that, if you don't mind a second hand, want to save a couple of bucks, stop on by Second Look Book, which is on King Street as well. So the way I look at it, dump the online buying, go to your favorite independent retailer, and purchase your anime through there. I'm sorry, Mr. Kenny, please continue.
Well, basically, Receptive is right. If you want anime to be distributed on actual physical media still.
Wait a second. What was that? What was that?
I said you're right.
Yay! Woo!
That if you still like your hard copies and like the actual on media, on disc, and even VHS if you're still into that kind of thing, or whatever, physical media, go out and support it. Buy it, rent it, and the companies out there will continue to do that if you show that us as an audience still wants it in that format. Because Bandai, once they're going to still do the production of the current licenses,
one of the things I think we talked about briefly here is that I think they're still continuing with an English translation aspect, but it will only be sold to the European market.
No, Turn A Gundam, for example, has been cancelled. So the dub and all that stuff that they've been working on is all scrapped. So Turn A Gundam Turn A Gundam is available in Japan with a Japanese language track but no subtitles. Official subtitles that Bandai would release. So for us North American audiences, we're not going to see it either on television here in North America or released here on physical media. Now, of course, all those people out there can still download it on the internet, but that's where the problem lies.
Coming for your soul, children.
We'll never see it in our local movie stores like Far Out Flicks and Second Look Books and stuff like that. So, like Receptive was saying, go out and support that media if you still like it in that format. Otherwise, they will go digital or they will start canceling new releases of anime. There's no market for that.
Don't be terrorist, kids. Go buy the hard copies, because one of the few things I've always been talking about for several years now is how do you expect an entertainment industry to thrive and survive? And that's the exact terminology, thrive and survive, if everyone is watching it online. And on top of that, if you go to any terrorist organizations such as Netflix and so forth and watching it on their wonderful Ustream for the incredible low price. You just basically put out the actual retail industry, and on top of that, you're now changing the whole format on how the industry works. And on top of that, if you start crying for jobs because you didn't get that wonderful job working over at RIM or IBM at Google because they're, heaven forbids, at capacity and you're looking for more work or trying to start something up, guess what? It's not going to be there anymore, kids. This is the beginning of a real break within that industry. Anime itself has been struggling for so long now, it's not funny. But due to the internet, the information is still there. But as an example, let's take a step back from the chalkboard and go back a couple of years. If I'm not mistaken, I wasn't here during this time period. There was this fantastic little story called Gemini Jetpack. And I believe they were in a business, but what was the whole detail behind it? Remember that, Mr. Kennedy?
Well, basically, they were a dedicated anime rental store and buying, and more people just decided once YouTube exploded and anime was being released on there, customers would be saying, why should I go there and rent it or buy it when I can watch it on YouTube for free? And that was one of the issues the store had and made them furious. They had a whole listing. There was family issues on top of that and stuff like that. But that was one of the reasons why they decided to close down their store, because they just weren't making a profit.
And also one of the few things I like to announce on the air, there's this little video store that used to be around called Generation X. And generally what was going on with that is that the guy was running named Mike Riggins, and when I went away to college university, they had this fantastic, vibrant anime collection that was absolutely fantastic. And in fact, every time I talked to people when I was in Toronto or Mississauga or Oakville or Brampton and so forth, they always knew Generation X because of the actual anime selection. And when I moved back into town back a few years ago, I went to the store and it was just looking at their section. They brought it downstairs in the basement, and it was completely emptyless. And one of the few things I've always been really disappointed in, I'm actually going to put this on the air right now, is how the actual anime, how the actual clubs from both Wilfrid Laurier University and the University of Waterloo did not support their local independent people. It's like, really, guys, is it that tough to go out there, spend a couple of bucks, or basically tell your actual audience when you're spinning an actual DVD online, saying, hey, maybe we should support a local movie theaters and stuff like that. Like, my gosh, just silliness. And because of that, guess what? Take a guess, guys. Bandai has left North America. There is the possible option, I'm using the word possible, not saying it's happening, but one more time, possible option, they may release that in a UK format. Maybe. But the bottom line is this. Good luck in trying to watch it on your DVR, on your VCR, or your DVD player, something like that, because guess what, kids? It's in a completely different region. You won't be able to play it until you actually pay for it. And just say, heaven forbids, you get the video stores buying that now. Now you're paying for twice the price plus shipping. So all those all those actual DVDs and Blu-rays and stuff like that that's being sold for like 10 or 20 bucks. Guess what? You're now looking at 60 bucks if they keep going this way. And on top of that, you ever heard of a thing called market trend? Well, basically, here's the deal for you. The rest of the market will follow suit with this, because if we keep watching anime online, it is going to destroy the industry in North America. And basically, what else will reciprocate from this? Who knows? But the bottom line from all this is that we got to get together. We got to watch this anime. We got to keep the actual companies in line. And all those people who are just basically being complacent, I think you should go to your parents' basement and really start getting involved in the real world. Because if you don't, this will be the beginning of the end of the anime industry in North America. And you can bank on it. Time dated. Stamp it. Internet.
So, yeah. I mean, there's people out there probably saying, well, I watch all the fan subs off the internet. I'm fine. But think of the other people out there that don't know how to download off the internet, that rely on going to their local movie store, picking up, the English copy of the certain anime. They're losing out on all these new animes that are that could head over here.
Exactly.
Bandai Entertainment is not going to release them here.
Yeah, and the thing is that Bandai is not a small company. Everyone knows what this company produces. And the thing is that what should be going on is that you should be going to your favorite, and I'm going to say this again, independent retail store and buying it through them. Because the way I look at it is that I know business quite well, and if people don't reciprocate around this very important message, two things are going to happen. Retail stores are going to go under, and they'll never resurface again. And since there's no more product to buy, then the thing is that there's nothing new for the new kids. So basically, picture this, kids. You're now 40. You're holding on to all the old memories of a past anime come and gone. And you start talking to, let's say, 15-year-olds or 20-year-olds, the case may be. And they have no idea what you're talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to grow up a little bit. It's time to take a stand. It's time to move forward with this. So again, support your local independent video retailer. Go out and buy your stuff because this will be the beginning of the end, kids. And on top of that, talk online, switch things back and forth, do whatever. But like, look, seriously, $10 a month? Is that too much to ask for borrow from your parents or going out and getting a part-time job or starting your own radio show or something like that? It's not that bad. But the thing is that if we keep reciprocating in this area, it's just going to screw things up even more. Horrible. And the way I look at it, after 15 years, actually no, back it up a little bit. More like 12 years since the internet really flourished back in the early 2000s. What do you expect? It's the beginning of the end. It's as simple as that, unless we start changing our actual ways. And if you don't think that you can, you can't, you can't. Remember, when you spend money, that's power. When you spend your time, that's power as well. Doing nothing is basically making you powerless, and it's basically giving in the negativity. So, support your local independent stores. You got it? The big guys, they don't need it. Why? Because they'll be a dime a dozen. They'll do the exact same thing over and over and over again. But the thing is, when you support your local independent retailers, you support the general community, you support actual clubs, you support everything with that. And it's very important for you guys to realize that. Anyways, now I feel like I'm old. Awesome. Thanks, guys. Hopefully we can kill another, animation company on the way. You know what? I'm gonna do. How about this? Keep downloading. Keep downloading everything you can. Keep streaming it every Sunday. Independent retailers, screw them. Who gives a poop about them? Walmart, buy everything at Walmart. Go ahead and do that. I challenge you. Because ready for this? Wait and see what happens. Because one of the things about me is that when I open up my big flappy mouth, I'm usually right 90% of the time, 10% moving for error. So, moving forward.
Well, talking about supporting anime and events like that, independent, there's a lovely anime convention called Emiko's Mini Convention that is taking place January 20th to the 22nd at a multiple venue event at the Registry Theater, Delta Hotel, and the Kaufman Art Studio.
Yeah!
So, if you're a big anime fan and a gaming nut, this is something you're definitely going to want to check out. More information is available at www.go2emc.ca, the 2 being the number 2.
Yeah, keystroke 2.
And we're going to give a shout out to all our guests that are coming down to the event.
And also, one thing I'd like to interject here really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
The way I see it is that if we don't start reciprocating our own backyard and we start going to other cities for this, that is more damaging than streaming and watching anime online. Just remember that, kids, because basically opportunities like this will not come every single day. Plus, on top of that, people have asked me, hey, Recepit, what's the draw from this? People, it's simple. The show itself is the draw. People can go online and slam this thing several ways from Sunday, but you know what? We're still moving forward with it. And if you're slamming this, you know what? Keep spending your money at Hobby Star. Keep spending your money in Toronto. And we'll just see exactly how the actual anime/gaming community in this area dries up so quickly. Okay? So remember that, kids. Plus, on top of that, it's a heck of a lot cheaper than coming to the show here than it is in Toronto. So keep that in mind. So anyways, Kenny, as we say.
Yeah, I was just going to give a shout out to all our guests. Of course, more information is available at www.go2emc.ca. Yep. That's the number 2, folks, not the whole spelling of it.
Or T-O or T-W-O or T-O-O. It's a keystroke 2.
Number 2.
Go 2. There we go. 2.
So I'm going to give a shout out to the guests here that we currently have announced. So we have the Savage Bandito, who's going to be presenting our masquerade on the Saturday.
Yeah.
We have Anthony Terlizzi. I think that's
He's
how
the
you say
head
it.
guy from Cosplay Ontario.
Yep.
Ontario Cosplay, sorry.
So he's going to do various panels such as Cosplay 101 for those who are always interested in learning about cosplay or need some tips and tricks. He's going to help you out.
And you know what? It's a lot of fun. You get to dress up as your favorite anime character, run around, and do little scripts and stuff like that, and really get lost for a weekend in the character's shoes, if you know what I mean.
We have Buck Gunderson, who is a professional wrestler, well known for playing the Super Mario character at Anime North Wrestling. A lot of people know him.
Mario.
We have Dalek Arik coming down to hopefully
Destroy!
not destroy you, but watch out for him. We have Dr. Holocaust.
Dr. Holocaust with his amazing power glove of darkness.
Yeah. We have Eileen McCoy. Or
yep.
No,
you got it. You got it. She's one of the super executives over at Anime North. Isn't it kind of interesting? Anime North coming to the Waterloo region. Very interesting.
We have Hoshi Furu.
Which is
going to be our live J-Rock band.
That's right. They're going to rock the Casbah, my friends. Who else we got, Miss Kennedy?
We have Jay Legary.
Who's that guy?
Who is the creator of Dungeon Crawler. And
really?
He's going to be doing various panels about game design, roleplay, and board games. So, how
much have we paid for that guy?
Oh,
at least a couple of grand.
He's priceless to bring in.
Priceless.
So very intelligent, creative guy we have coming in.
We
so look forward to his panels.
That's right.
We have Jim Felker.
Jimmy! The amazing puppeteer from Toronto, plus on top of his heavily involved in the comic book industry. He drew that one steampunk steampunk comic with what's her name? The female
Steampunk Palin?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He drew that. It's like really, really cool stuff. And he's also been involved with a whole bunch of other movies as well as extras and so forth. So we're very fortunate to have this person here too. Who's next?
We have Joy Fenton, who is going to be part of the mini doll component, and she's going to be judging your dolls. So.
And the thing is, I've been that whole doll hobby thing. This is a perfect show for that because we have a whole area designated toward doll. If I'm not mistaken, with a doll market, with a doll contest, with dolls workshop, with a doll meet and greet, bunch of dolls, all dolls.
We have Lewis Frost, who has been
Doll Frost. He's been a part of the show, if I'm not mistaken.
We have Matthew Ingram. Best known for his work on Robot Jones.
There you go.
Local artist.
Local artist, local publisher. Really focuses on the whole comic book industry. As I mentioned before, if we don't have local guys like this, our whole actual geek sphere starts drying up very quickly. So, very good guy. Met him a couple times. Fantastic to talk to. He may be getting heavily involved with our panel stuff. I'm not quite too sure yet. But, however, he's talking to people and he likes to show what's going on. So, who's next, bud?
We have Mel Taylor.
Mel! Yay!
Who is,
he's not attending,
writer.
He's a writer, but he's not attending.
Unfortunately, due to
circumstances beyond our control.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to make it in.
But we still love you, Mel.
So you can still read up about him and stuff he's done on our website.
Support his graphic novel called Growing Up with Comics. If you can purchase that at one of the friends of the show, either at Carry On Books, which is located on 32 King Street in Waterloo, and you can actually catch them on the Facebook, which is facebook.com/Carry On Comics, or if you're in the Kitchener area, stop on by Looking for Heroes at 95 King Street South. In Kitchener, plus on top of the website is www.lookingforheroes.com. So if you can, pick up those two books from those two different publishers, and you should be supporting the local independent bookstores, retailers, and keeping these publishers publishing. Please continue, Mr. Kennedy.
We have Michael the Birdman Dodd coming in. He's going to be running a panel on how to break into the video game journalism world.
Yay! Awesome.
We have Mike Kelly, who is best known for helping out people learning different Steve Jackson games.
Yep, he's the head Steve Jackson game fan club for Ontario. We're very fortunate to have him with us. He's going to teach us a whole bunch of stuff about Steve Jackson games and other games as well. So it should be very interesting. Lots of fun.
We have the ninja with the soul patch.
Oh, wait. He's
coming.
supposed to be on the air in 20 minutes. No,
Yes.
10 minutes. Oh!
So
we'll
we
get
hope
to Mr.
to,
Soul Patch.
We hope we can get a stable connection with the guy
Yeah.
and wherever he's currently located.
Yeah.
And he can talk more about what we plan to see from him, if at all.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh.
And finally, Tom Danger Savage.
Mr. Savage. No, Danger is his middle name.
Danger. Hopefully to do some awesome cosplay photo shoots. So you definitely want to come in with your amazing cosplay, and he'll take some pictures and put them online for the world to see.
There you go. So anyways, folks, if you're not there, you're simply missing out. Stop on by www.go2emc.ca. That's right. Number two. So basically, if you can, folks, stop on by, and this will bring us to 10 minutes before 1:30, or 20 after, or basically 20 after 1, as they call it in the world of growing upness. And let's play some songs, and let's track down that ninja with a soul patch, shall we?
Exactly. So we'll be right back.
Awesome sauce! Woo! 99! Death Note again? Death Note again? We gotta have more anime stuff. Fuck.
I know.
Next song, pick something that's not heavy. Something light.
Like?
Anything. Aerosmith.
We played all the Aerosmith songs.
The thing is that we can't.
Name a band. Name a band.
Aerosmith.
More Aerosmith.
David Bowie.
Bowie.
Anything that's handy. Because we just can't go from let's talk about happy anime stuff to fucking Deathly Blue and fucking thrash metal.
There's no David Bowie.
Alright, so basically put on Smith this.
Daft Punk?
Anything that's more than this. Because it is really stupid. Those kind. Like, hey kids, save the industry.
Death metal. Destroy society, fascist pigs. How many minutes to the song's over?
We'll play this one and then we'll play the Daft Punk song.
Cool.
There's 1 minute and 30 seconds left this one, and then we'll have about 3 minutes on the next.
Okay, cool. You know what? Can you fade this out and fade the Daft Punk song in?
This is like over in 50 seconds. You really don't like it?
For what we're talking about, no, it doesn't work. If we're talking about, I don't know, fucking movies and shit, sure, it may work. When we start to talk about anime and fucking supporting a local community and stuff like that, when we start playing death metal music, it's fucking stupid.
Okay.
Oh, it's fucking stupid, man. Not really good, but no. And on top of it, they may lose listeners potentially. So for next week, my friends, please bring me right. Play anime music, so we're just gonna support the shit of the fucking anime.
Stuff off here too.
What's that?
I probably play stuff off here.
I prefer not to. release as I possibly can. I'm not kidding. Okay. Let's see the ads there right now. Oh, come on. There we go. Good, good, good. Hello?
Hey,
Adam, how you doing, brother?
very good.
Cool. We have one more song. We're playing out this song here. Then we'll have you live on the air. You ready to rock and roll?
Yeah, I'm ready to roll when you are.
Awesome. Awesome. What's our time coming back in?
Minute and 50 seconds.
Cool. So basically we got a minute and 50 seconds.
Hey, give me a countdown from 10 when it's at 10.
No problem.
Also speak very, very clearly, because of course I'm on the cell phone and it's going to be, very difficult depending on how it's positioned on my ear.
Sure, no problem. Can you hear us okay now?
Yeah, just make sure, don't say things in a long slur, or else I might not catch it. I don't want to have to say excuse me on radio.
Alright, not a problem, buddy. Also on top of it, we're out right now we're off the air, but we're streaming through live stream currently, so we could swear and do stupid stuff right now, but we're on air, no swearing and stuff like that, alright?
Alright.
Alright, cool stuff. So we've been pushing hard on your actual cosplay aspect of things, so this should be lots of fun. I'll let you know we're still streaming live right now, but not live on the air yet.
Yeah, just give me the countdown when you're ready.
That's too much wind. What was that?
Give me the countdown when you're ready.
Yeah, no problem. So should we say to basically play up on the actual wind that's coming over your microphone and your phone, should we say you're in the frozen mountains of Tibet?
Sorry?
To compensate for the actual wind on your cell phone, should we play up on the fact that you're coming in from the frozen mountains of Tibet?
Just say I'm coming in from frozen parts unknown.
Alright.
They just tracked me down.
Sure, no problem.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're live back on the air.
Whoa, that was interesting. A little Smorgasburger music you played for us, Mr. Kennedy.
Oh, yes.
Going from the death metal to the happy Daft Punk. So anyways, as I said before, my name is Recepin. We are the Comic Book Guys coming from you live from the actual airways at CKMS 100.3 on the FM dial. Plus on top of it, stop by the website. You can do as such by stopping by www.soundfm.ca. Plus on top of it, if you want to, you can catch us on the Rogers Box, which is 946 on Ustream. You can stop on by that, which is www.ustream.tv /channel /Recepit, and that's spelled RCEHOPPE. Plus on top of that, catch us on the Twitter, which is basically twitter.com /Ryan_Kennedy. Yeah, so there's a tweet. If you like what you send, we'll read on the air. Well, as previously promised, my friends, we have the one, the only, the ever elusive, the ones on vacation we managed to track down through the frozen tundra of unknown. The one, the only, Ninja with a soul patch. So, Mr. Soul Patch, try to evade me one more time, but we found you. Haha. Are you?
How's it going?
Not too bad. Say hello to everyone.
Hey everybody, Little Soul Patch here.
There you go. So, how are things on the end of the pool there, Patchy?
They're going. It's hard being on a personal exile, but you guys seem to track me down somehow, so
Well,
here I am, as promised.
Well, as we released a leviathan of detectives, and plus on top of it have better GPS tracking. It gets a little easier, but however the expense of actually orchestrating these toys are quite expensive. But you're right, we did track you down.
Indeed.
Perfect, perfect. So, we're parts unknown. How are things where you are currently?
Well, I can't really reveal too much right now. I mean, yes, I am off on a little bit of an adventure in parts unknown, but all I can say at the moment is that things are cold, frozen, and extraordinarily slow at the moment.
I see. So, where you're currently at, are there any restaurants? Are you enjoying the food where you currently are?
Oh, it's quite delicious. I mean, I've sampled several thousand things on my Ninja Super Saver card. No, I'm just joshing you there, but of course, I mean, the food, the company, the entertainment, the atmosphere, it's all quite homely where I reside right now.
I see. Interesting. So, are you eating real seal blubber or any other exotic foods on those lines?
No. I'm nowhere near the Antarctic. I'll give the public a clue there. Nowhere near any of the poles at the moment. So no seal blubber for me, sadly.
I see.
It's quite delicious though.
Interesting. So, what does your diet consist of since you're off in the tundra of the unknown?
Let me see here. Food.
Substance, my friend.
No. Well, see, the problem with being off in parts unknown is that you kind of have to, scrimp and save to get enough to find different cuisines, as it were, of different things. So it's mostly consisting of Subway sandwiches and burgers with also gallons and gallons of apple juice. I was smart enough to take that with me upon my leave from the GTA.
I see. So these Subway sandwiches, in quotations, are they made from real people, or are they store bought, or how does this work? Can you possibly go into more detail, like such as do they actually pick the grains from the actual frozen tundra and manage it to whirl it into some sort of flour, or?
No, they're simply store bought.
I see.
If I was to actually pick grain from the tundra, it would take too much time and effort, as I'm still editing videos, obviously, and my time has to be devoted elsewhere.
I see. Very interesting. So, I guess with the parts unknown you're currently at, besides a Super Ninja training, of course, for your debut back into, the GTA or possibly the Water of the region, what else do you do for fun?
For fun, well, the standard things, shuriken, target practice, looking up amazing cosplays online of all the great and amazing people.
Oh, fantastic.
The odd game of Team Fortress 2 and The Binding of Isaac. I'm keeping myself busy on Steam.
I see. That's very interesting, sir. Very, very interesting. So, allow us to step away from the actual ninja component for a second here, and also all the hardships that may have followed thereof, and allow us to focus on a little more, how can we say, more upbeat and happy. Allow us to talk about the cosplay community / industry, and I have some questions involving with that. Can you possibly answer some of those questions I currently have?
Cosplay community. Well, they're a great group of lads and lasses. I mean, I've been interviewing for over 2 years now at various events and conventions and such. And it's a great thing that everyone's doing their you can call it a hobby, but
Yes.
I mean, to most people, it's almost a lifestyle. It's a form of entertainment that it sort of transcends the norm of what most people find entertaining, and I find that quite admirable, and I'm almost envious if I wasn't dressed up myself in my usual garb.
I see that. That's very interesting. So, Mr. Soul Patch, here's a question for you. Have you ever entered into any cosplay contests or anything else like that?
That is a good question. I don't think so, actually.
I see. No, that's a fair response, not a problem. So if we can hark on a better time, could you possibly tell me how you got involved with the cosplay community and so forth?
Yes. Well, it was many years ago, far back in 2008. It would be, since we're now in our new year. It's been quite a while. But yes, back in 2008, I'd seen and heard tell of these conventions and things where people dress up in costume, and it seemed like a very interesting notion. I first went. My first convention was Anime North in 2008.
Oh,
Way back
wonderful.
in May. And it was a generally fun time. I mean, first of all, I was very wary about going, into the public from my troubled past.
Of course.
But I donned a disguise and went amongst the folk and saw what Anime North was about, and what different conventions were about, and how people acted and how people were dressed and everything. And it appealed to me at almost a very deep level, if I may be frank. It was interesting to see, so many people. I mean, myself being part of the failed and doomed Soul Patch clan of old, where everyone was in some sort of garb or costume. It was part of our way of life. It was part of the clan's uniform, their insignia. Everything was a costume. And seeing all the people today, I guess it sort of sparked in me memories of the old days, of my friends and family, of the Grandmaster himself, and all the other people of the clan. It was almost a spiritual experience. I kind of gained a connection with these costumed individuals.
I see that's very, very interesting, Mr. Patch, and I do appreciate you sharing that with me, my actual host here, and the rest of our actual listening audience. That's absolutely fantastic. So I guess from this point, as I mentioned before, that cosplay could be possibly looked at as a lifestyle or an actual achievementship by going to different conventions and so forth. Are there any conventions that you would recommend for people who are just getting into the whole cosplay to actually reciprocate around?
Any conventions that would like. That is a very good question indeed. I've been to very many currently. I mean, there's Anime North, Fan Expo, obviously, the two big ones that reside in Ontario.
Of course.
Con G, Con Guelph, Con Bravo, many different ones of all shapes, sizes, and levels of attendance. Tons and tons of them. But to be honest, I'm actually not that sure.
I see. So I guess on January 20th, will you be making a debut in form of, let's say, social gathering by chance?
Yes, of course. Sorry, it's so cold out here. The old ninja brain is freezing.
I see. But as a ninja, I'm assuming you have control over the actual blood pressure to certain parts of your body, and hopefully, if you can inject that actual blood to your brain, then it can keep warm. I see.
But to answer you previously, yes. Come 2 weeks from now, the next weekend coming up. Yes, I will be making an appearance at a quaint convention up in Waterloo, Canada, known as the Epic Coast Mini Convention, or EMC.
Awesome.
I will be trouncing around there.
Oh, perfect. Does it let you know?
Even in my self-imposed exile, as I said, I do still try to find time to pop out for a little gallivant around to see the people.
That's absolutely fantastic, sir. Absolutely fantastic. I'll let you know, we of the show are very excited to be part of the whole EMC dynamic as well. and we look forward towards working with the people who put the show together to have a fantastic time for all those individuals who are engaged and also involved with our Fun of Wickedness.
Of course.
Yes, yes.
It's always a good time at any convention that I attend.
Good stuff.
And because many convention is no exception, it's going to be an amazing time for sure.
Oh, that goes without saying, my friend. Goes without saying. So I guess here's another question for you. For young cosplayers, again, who are getting involved in the industry and so forth, what would you recommend for them to do to actually build their own credibility within the cosplay community in general, wherever they may reside themselves?
So I guess you mean how they can almost build a name and a character for themselves as such.
Exactly.
Well, see, if I may use the example of myself.
Perfect.
I mean, my true name, obviously, is not the Ninja with the Soap.
Yes, it is. Our records indicate
I
this.
don't know any parent who would name their child 5.
To let you know, wait a second, Mr. Patch. Mr. Patch.
It'd be kind of ridiculous.
Mr. Patch.
But
Mr. Patch, can you hear us?
To me, that's hilarious.
To let you know, our records clearly indicate that your last name is Patch and your first names are Ninja and Soul Patch.
Exactly.
Yes.
For the moment, we shall go with that.
Good stuff, sir.
For the name. But to continue to form a persona, to form a character and a persona, as I said. The first thing you have to do is make sure you know have the will to do so, and have the imagination to create something that is truly unique to you and interesting, in your opinion, interesting to the entire view base that you want, or viewer base that you want. An interviewing show or a reviewing show, if you want to be a personality.
Yeah.
If you want to just be a character, if you just want to dress up, since I've been to so many conventions, I've always heard of, OCs and own characters and things, where people come up with their own imaginative, they take on things, and I'm always very intrigued to see how far people have, thought into their character's backstory, into their motives, even their relations with their family, their friends, their colleagues, their minions, and whatnot, if indeed they are a mastermind or something, or their partners if they're a superhero, things like that. The biggest step is to always keep hold of your imagination and never let that be second to any other of the things you would use to create this character. Your imagination is always paramount.
Interesting. Very good words, sir. Very, very good advice. So kids, if you're out there and listening, hold on to your imagination. Listen to Ninja with a Soul Patch here. If not, he will send his ninja crew after you to assassinate you while you're sleeping. So keep all that in mind. Anyways, Mr. Patch, besides coming up to EMC, is there any other shows you wish to plug, or any websites you wish to plug, or anything else like that?
Well, first and foremost, since I am on the air, or on the Ustream, depending on which anyone's listening to it right now.
And remember, Rebel
I'd
Rogers.
really like to send a shout out to all of my associates, of the associates, All Frost, Sir Scraggles, Karma, Shadow Orion, The March, all the rest. You know I care deeply for your assistance, and it's very much appreciated. So all of you out there who are listening to this, you mean a lot to me, and I thank you for your mercenary type assistance. As far as conventions are concerned, I do have to always put a shout out to, of course, EMC3. It is a great convention. You should all attend. It'll be loads of fun. But also Con Bravo coming up, and of course the sister convention of theirs, if I'm correct, of course, Con Guelph. Both of them are extremely quaint conventions, but they are chock full of amazing awesomeness, great people, friendly events, coordinators, and usually amazing guests. As always, a good time for everyone. Even even if even if you're not into the totally into the gaming scene or into the comics or into the anime, there's always a fresh and nice atmosphere that is something you don't really find every day in normal little parties and things. So for sure, EMC3, Con Bravo, and Con G, I would check them out. Extraordinary places and events to go to.
Excellent. So, Mr. Kennedy, do you have anything for Mr. Patch by chance?
Well, we just look forward to seeing you at EMC4 this year. So, for more information and to read Ninja with the Soul Patch's bio, it's on the www.go2emc.ca website. And where can they find you online, Ninja?
Well, you can find my various shenanigans, exploits, and interviews at http://www.youtube.com/KHGuy10. And to clarify, that is Killer Handsome Guy, the one and only. Really easy to remember that way. Also, if you want to join the Facebook page, which would be very much appreciated and receive all my updates, it is facebook.com/theninjawiththesoulpatch. So, there you go.
Yay! Alright then, so basically we're going to cut to some songs here. Stay with us a little bit longer, and we'll wrap things up on this end. Is that cool?
That is most cool, my friend.
Perfect, perfect. So, Mr. Kennedy, what are you playing us out with?
Whatever's next in line.
Sweet! Is it thrash metal again? Tell me the fucking thrash metal.
That's what's in the lineup.
Ah, dude, you gotta pick songs not thrash metal.
Okay.
So, Adam, how was that, bud?
Oh, that was quite well, man. I'm sorry for a couple questions I was iffy on. There was the one key word that you said was always somehow lost in the fact you guys sound like you're on speaker, obviously, and I was like, damn it.
Dig it, dig it, dig it.
No, it was good.
Good stuff, good stuff. To let you know, we're still live streaming, but we're off there for right now. But however, it is what it is. So, anyways, my friend, thank you very much for coming to the show. We deeply appreciate it. We'll keep plugging your stuff as much as we possibly can, and hopefully Ryan will find more thrash metal mixes for happy anime pink stuff, if you know what I mean. So, so there we go. So if you need anything, just give me a holler, okay?
Sorry?
If you need anything, just give me a holler.
Yeah, of course. You guys gonna be wrapping up, or do you need anything?
The thing is that we're going to be wrapping up with you fairly shortly, just because we're basically going to wrap up the show. We got some movie stuff to talk about, but that's really about the end of our segment for today with you, sir.
Okay, so I'll just wait till you guys need me to wrap up.
No. We're wrapping up with you now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're.
No worries.
Sorry?
No worries. I just got lost in translation, but that's fine.
Okay, no problem.
I'm glad I could be of assistance.
Yeah, for sure. And again, if you need anything, just give me a holler, okay?
Of course.
Okay, see you, bud.
Take care.
It's been a pleasure, Ninja.
Okay. Is it thrash metal again?
I have Aerosmith coming up after this. So.
Okay, that's good. You know how to make me happy. It's pretty good. We only got 3 songs. The best 3 songs ever. So next week, please have your iPod shuffle. Cool. We're gonna be very. We have to make a fucking different track altogether. It's like happy songs. There we go. Alright. Oh shit. Oh no, it's fucking. Let's start wrapping things up for this end. So far a good show. Besides the music.
Deftones songs than Aerosmith, Metallica.
The thing is that then we have to make
and
different
everything
players.
combined.
The thing is that even with Metallica and fucking wrestling, just doesn't work for the show that we're doing. Especially with things this sensitive comes with all the download. So they just gonna wrap this stuff up with the rest of the movie stuff. I'll punch through that in about 5 to 10 minutes. Then we'll have the rest of the We've only got 3 fucking Aerosmith songs. That's 6 down fucking dead fuck shit.
Favorite place.
Anyone sneak test?
How there? 50 seconds. Ending.
Yeah. Show's over. When I got the movie stuff done, play us out in Aerosmith, and we'll conclude the rest of the day.
Aerosmith, what song do you prefer?
Just Pure Emotion. Cool.
We're back live on
Woo!
100.3 Sound FM.
Rock on! So anyways, my friends, thank you very much for joining us. As you can tell, we're coming to 5 minutes to 2, and that almost concludes our show for today. As previously stated, my name is Reese Sitman, and I am the super mega cool superstar of this actual little voice thingy thing we got going on here. And keeping us out of trouble is the one, the only, the magnificent host of the most, is Mr. Kennedy!
There you go.
Yeah. So basically, if you just basically chime on in, so before we got 5 minutes for the rest of the show, you're listening to us at CKMS Sound FM 100.3 the FM dial. Plus on top, if you want to join us, if you want to stop by the website of the radio station, you can do as such by stopping by soundfm.ca. Plus on top of that, we're on the Rogers box, which is 946 on their particular dial. You can hear us through the whole Rogers network to that. Plus on top of that, you can see us on Ustream for the next 5 minutes at ustream.tv/channel/reset. That's spelled RCEHOPPE. Plus on top of it, when you get involved in a social network, you can do as such by stopping by twitter.com/Ryan_Kennedy. And send us a tweet, and we like what we read, we'll post on the air. Plus on top of that, I'd mention my Facebook, but don't worry about that. There's only 5 minutes left to go here. So we'd like to thank you very much for joining us. As I said before, my name is Reset. We are the Comic Book Guys. We broadcast every Tuesday. as I said before, we are a geek show talking about all things geeky. And one of the few things that we haven't really talked about
Well,
yet.
one quick gaming note.
Yes, sir.
Since it's New Game Tuesday, I just thought I'd throw it out there that Gotham City Imposters has been released today
Oh, that's
on
cool.
Xbox 360, PS3, and PC.
That's awesome. Okay. So any other gaming stuff by chance?
Nope,
No?
things
Okay.
are pretty quiet after the holidays, but we'll keep you
Yeah.
guys in touch, in tune, with all the new game releases throughout the year.
And on top of that, just like the comic book industry, it's slowly coming back to life as well. The biggest record news I currently have is that this actually will spark some interest in you, Mr. Kennedy, is that CM Punk and Jill Thompson are coming together to work on a comic book for Marvel Comics.
Awesome. I know CM Punk is actually a big comic book fan.
Yeah.
He reads them on the road in his hotel rooms when he's not wrestling.
He is a geek.
So yeah, he is.
We should get him on the show. What do you think?
That would be awesome.
That would be awesome. So basics for all of this. Also, we'll talk about movies again. Sort of a little slow in the movie industry from our perspective, so we're just gonna dive right into the movie stuff we think is important. Let's start with the top five. Top five movies for this from last weekend. Start off with number 5, Alvin and the Chipmunks at $9.5 million. And number 4 slot we have The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo remake. For some strange reason, it's actually gathering a lot of momentum, and that's coming at 11.3 million. On top of all that, the newest Sherlock Holmes movie at $14.1 million. Mission Impossible, the newer one that came out, of course, at $20.5 million. And also, the number 1 movie that was released last week in number 1 spot is I like to call the Intel computer chip called The Devil Inside, which comes at $34.5 million. Plus, on top of that, coming out this weekend, we have Beauty and the Beast in 3D, Contraband, Don't Go in the Woods, and of course, the Joelful of Noise, such as people calling in, and we're completely ignoring them. And moving forward, on top of that, today is Double Down Tuesday. So essentially, at my favorite cinema of all the Twin Theaters, called the Frederick Twin Cinema, you can get into the movies for only $4. Two Toonies. So basically, only on Tuesdays. So basically, Double Down Tuesdays, pretty self-explanatory. Plus, on top of that, they're currently showing Alvin and the Chipmunks and the Adventures of Tintin. So you've got these little kids running around. Probably a fantastic time to bring out the movie theater. Plus, on top of that, you'll be supporting your local retailer and also independent movie scene. And on top of all that, I'd like to throw this out really quickly there. There is this new What's Around magazine called The Velvet Rope. And the magazine just got launched, I believe, yesterday. They had a fantastic meeting with all they had a fantastic outing, everyone supporting the magazine. So again, support your local publishers, support your local retailers, and of course support your local movie theaters as well. So it is almost exactly 2 o'clock. I'm out of stuff. How about you, Kenny? Anything want to throw in there?
I think we're good.
Cool. So basically, just 2 more very quick things up here, Kenny. If you can cue the graphics for us. This Sunday at the Cineplex Odeon / Galaxy thingy, they're showing a new anime feature called Fullmetal Alchemist. What's the tagline again?
The Secret Star of Milos.
There you go. So Secret Star of Milos, the newest of the actual Fullmetal Alchemist. Plus on top of it, if you contact Kennedy with his Twitter, which is Ryan_Kennedy, of course the regular tweets, we'll give you a free ticket. So hopefully you can join us. We're gonna have a fantastic time. We have a sushi lunch and everything else like that. Plus on top of it, I'd like to remind all of our listeners that we're also doing an anime / gaming / comic book convention coming up in 9 days, which will be on January the 20th. All information is posted at www.gotoemc.ca. Tickets are extremely reasonable. We have lots of fun, and we hope to have you there. So with all that in mind, is exactly 2 o'clock, and we're done. So Kenny, can you play us out with something? There you go.
Yep, make sure to check out www.gotoemc.ca for more information, more of the events that's going to be taking place there, and we hope you all have a good time.
Yep, thank you very much for listening to us, and we will return in exactly 1 week's time, and basically follow us through our social networking. Until then, my friends, thank you very much for joining us. We sincerely appreciate it, and we hope you all have a fantastic week ahead of yourself. Go buy a book!
See ya!
Good show. Good show. Shitty music, but good show.
I think it's a good song to write down with them.
Anyway, clean up lunch.
Still live streaming.
Yeah, I think using your phone is probably better. It's having problems picking up the camera. Yeah.
See, the thing is, when we have it on your phone, I think it's because the screen's too bright or something. Because every time when we show stuff on the
Are you going to end the broadcast?
what's that?
Are you gonna end the broadcast? Okay, I don't know.
See you guys. We'll miss you all. Bye.